Found out my wife had been talking to her ex for over a year. Part 2. I then stupidly started reading threads online about red flags and was almost kicking myself for not noticing earlier. That's what drove me to review our phone plan usage data. What I found almost made me have a panic attack. I felt my chest get tight and I really struggled to breathe. The text logs showed that it was going on for a year, nearly every day 10 to 40 messages, images, texts. Often at night, even at 2 a.m. while I was sleeping next to her. My heart sank as I inevitably thought that my amazing wife was cheating on me, at least on an emotional level. Based on the data, I wrote down some questions. When did it start? How often were you messaging him? Did you ever meet him when you went back to visit your family? He stay in the same city where her parents live. I called her through and asked her to sit down. She seemed scared as she could see I was visibly upset. I told her that I will ask a series of questions and I want you to be brutally honest with me. She was slightly confused but agreed. I then asked the first question. She said she did not remember how long it has been, but she thought it was months. To the second question she said maybe every couple of days, now and then. And for the third she completely denied that they have met in person. I knew she was lying about the first two, so when I brought up the timeline and evidence that showed the duration and volume of texts, said she that couldn't remember how long and that it didn't seem like they were texting all the time, especially as they were innocent, sharing dog pics and talking about us doing stuff together. Never flirty or too personal. At this time we were both deeply emotional, and being honest, I was nearly breaking down as she was crying continuously. It was a horrible conversation. She then told me I could look through the messages, but 2 weeks prior she had changed phones. She went and got her old phone, charged it and then opened it. She handed me the phone and she went through to our room still crying. I didn't know what I would find. My gut was that it was intimate text and reminiscing of old times. First I just scrolled through it quickly to see if any overtly flirty messages or images popped up, but nothing out of the ordinary. I then used the data from the phone account to check if any messages has been deleted and scrolled to dates where their message would go on until 2 a.m. while I was sleeping. It seemed that they were mostly all there and again, of an innocent nature. Literally dog pics getting sent at 2 a.m. I was so confused, upset and relieved at the same time. Now the messages were personal in nature, about our relationship, plans etc., but I didn't want to snoop too much as I honestly felt sick and betrayed, but also that I was invading her privacy. My hurt steamed from the deceit in hiding the relationship from me for a year. I also noted to myself that I loved her and I did still trust her. We spoke about it, cried and talked about boundaries and how to move forward. Now comes the weird part. Over the next 2-3 weeks we have become more open, emotionally aware and physically available for each other than we ever have been. It's like a light switch went off and we realized that we were so happy to be with each other and thankful for what we have. We have an amazing life, good finances, hobbies, dogs, interests that the scare woke us up to it, so we could really appreciate what we have. I won't lie, I still get upset and bring it up with her every so often. I ask questions and tell her my thoughts. It's like my brain is trying to search for red flags, as I can't be live, I never noticed it for a year. She has taken full responsibility and assured me that she will never do anything like that again. She apologized and realized how it looked and knows it crossed a line. If I am honest, even though I am upset, part of me feels guilty about asking her to stop talking to him. Not because it was him, but because she needs friends and I know how important they are to a healthy relationship. I was never jealous and I am worried that the guilt of not seeing it has changed me, and now I have jealous thoughts that I can't shake. Any advice to help me get over it quicker would be appreciated. I really don't want to change and become possessive. Thanks for reading. I know it was a lot.